maintain that and push themselves into a semi-final. Germans obviously the pre-tournament favourites with most people who know about canoe polo. They're Germans chasing their third championship in a row, a feat that's not been done since the very first 3 championships by Australia. But Germany won in Welland and in Saint-Omer, the last 2 senior men's world championships. So chasing their third in a row for a record. Denmark are in third place. Denmark are in third place, Portugal in fourth. Sweden in fifth. And Taipei propping up the table. So Portugal-Poland, it would change the fortunes of the table if Portugal were to win this. Certainly not beyond them. I'm sure their players are here to prove that. But the referees have now, the paperwork is now being checked. Things will be underway. Very hard on the players this. They've prepared to a minute. Some of these warm-up routines they go through, from a team talk to 1 minute warning being called by referee Mitchell on the far side. That's for you, me, the admin, the media crews, so everyone's aware. But as I was just saying, the teams will prepare for, depending on the team, anything up to an hour before with a meeting or a warm-up routine. Dry land, on the water, on the training pitches here in front of the training goals, and come through to the pitch, all carefully orchestrated and timed by the coach. When a 10-minute delay is just thrown at them at the last second, it's very frustrating for all concerned. But we are about to get underway. The media team's here covering this. We've got people in the booth with me here who are live cutting the images for us. Phenomenal skill they demonstrate, and here we go. Referee Mitchell throws the ball into the centre, and here we go. This is the first encounter between these 2 teams this week, and that is a good pickup from Boulera. Very good. Beat Ramos to the ball by half a metre, and that's no mean feat. These young men very quick, very strong. Senior men's category tends to carry a bit more bulk, but certainly as quick as the under-21s. And they are phenomenally fast. The physicality of our sport, along with so many others, just keeps rising and rising and rising. You wonder when it's going to stop, but certainly not yet. This Polish side, drilled to perfection, really. They're very, very strong. We've had a lot to show in all the previous championships, but again, I think they're really pushing on European Championships in Poland next year. I bet they're looking for a good showing, and this is a basis for it. Podium at a World Championship would be a first for them, and they certainly look as if they're putting themselves in the running for it. But our Portuguese friends have something to say about it. They've got a free throw, and they would love to spoil the Poles' day. Coming forward with Ramos. Biento. Ball comes out to the right, and that's rolling. And now to the left with Abreu. Polish defensive line being fronted up by number 2 there, which is Boulera. And then a 3 behind, working hard. Migdalski on this side, putting in a shift. Very strong, the Poles, one of their go-to strengths, if you like, rather than speed. Seems to have got speed in abundance here today as well, to be fair, but strength, one of their characteristic traits. Ball moving wide. Timar picks it up, just taking a moment. Neither team wants to panic here. Want to just do everything well. If they drill this well, here they come. Oof. That's a fantastic shot. On this occasion, it comes from Timar, but it could just about be anyone. Had a play on from the ref, but no advantage, and so we come back for the free shot for the paddle foul. Poland content to take it from where they are, move it up. The referees are fine with that. The pace on these boats, phenomenal, really. Straight into the defence, but this is going to be recovered. It's going to be recovered through the efforts of Boulera. He picks it back up. Migdalski. You can hear some loud yelling from a lone voice in Polish. I don't know if it's a coach, a friend, a crowd. Incredibly loud man. Oh, waving the ball around. Bit of griping and grizzling at the ref from the defence that he was on the keeper, but that's Pilas making a bit of room for himself, and now he's making himself known to Abreu on this side, just try to clear a little bit of space to run into, but the Portuguese got him double teamed now. He's obviously been a handful in there so far if they've doubled up on him already. Oh, nice return pass, quick 1-2, trying to find a little bit of space, dummy pass, nicely done, but not in the net. That was a lovely pass through to Bulera. Julius Bulera. There are two of them, I'm presuming brothers. Hope that's not too wrong. Quite an unusual family name, even in Polish. So no goals so far. Coming to the halfway mark of this half. Teams very evenly matched, on as even. Hard to say who's had the better of this really. Portugal can start to shut out something here, maybe get a chance. Certainly got it in the locker. Polish defence been phenomenal so far, but gaps do keep appearing and closing, and that's a lovely pass through. That is the way that Portugal can score, no doubt about it. That was Ramos there, and really it was under the goal. If it had been on target and trouble the keeper, who knows what might have happened. Drifting back. Poland quick interchanging passes, no value for them in anyone holding the ball for too long. Real big arms coming in. That's showing us a goal line throw. The only shout I can hear is no. I've no reason to doubt the referees. But nonetheless, Portugal away. Straight into that Polish line of defence. This is the workhorse of Duarte. He's inside and he's working on his opposite number, which is Donart. Coincidence, the similarity in the names, I'm sure, but they're both working very hard. Portuguese, Duarte's got the better of him there and he's holding him right out of position. Can they make something of it? They're trying to. That fell to Rolin, but immediately Bulera came across and covered the gap, saw his teammate was in trouble, but they're still back working this side and they're working it pretty well. That fell to Rolin. He gets the shot away and it's a corner. I think he's waiting for the Polish to pass him the ball out of there, and that's not going to happen. He goes to get it for himself. Rolling for Portugal, long pass back to him. They're going to swing it to the other side. They're still working hard on this side closest to us. Really giving some graft. The Poles have had to swap across Migdalski to try and deal with the problem. Portuguese dropping Duarte into the middle. Just trying to force some space, really. Big ask against the Polish defence, but that ball finds its way in. That's fantastic work. Oh, and that shot there from Duarte, I think he was hoping for a penalty. Polish very, very careful there. Great discipline from them when he brought the hand back, not to do anything silly. When he put it up over the face of the goal, everybody moves on, but that's a very threatening position. If the Portuguese can work the ball into there, I think that probably is their best chance of scoring, which almost certainly means they'll come crashing down and throw one from 20 metres out now, but I think the inside's going to be their best track if they can get someone in there with the poles. A little look away pass, very risky there. I thought the Portuguese were going to read it, but no, it arrived. Bullet in these passes, very confident in their personal abilities here, the Polish, and well they might be. That's too much time. Yep, too much time, too much space for Boulara. He had time to think and place it, and that's exactly what he did. Could just see there was no one near enough to give him any trouble with that. Just found his space in that defence, and that was all he needed, really. So 1:43 remaining on the half, and Poland take the lead against Portugal. That will be in line with the form book, but I'm pretty sure the Portuguese are very keen to rip that up and throw it in the lake. That's a weak pass, and it's going to have to be tidied up, and tidied up it will be by Abeo. Very nicely done, that interchange between him and Mestre, but they've made a mistake here, Portugal. It's been closed. That fast break covered beautifully on Portugal's behalf by Abreu, because that potentially Boulara was gone for Poland. He's suggesting it was a... That's going to be 7. Yep, that's a sending off for delaying the throw, I think. Yep, certainly is. So Rolin takes a sin bin. Power play sending off. Was it worth it? I doubt it. These sendings off can be very costly, obviously off for 2 minutes or until your opponent scores. In this case, your opponent scores very, very quickly indeed. Boulara slamming it into the net, bringing Portugal back to 5. And I'm afraid the scoreboard on the far side showing 1-1 is not correct. Poland lead by 2-0. Just sorting out the time. Referee Thomas just saying to the Polish coaching team that that is sorted. I'm sure he spotted it, if I have. And there's been a nod at the table. They can sort that out at half-time, 45 seconds, not a big deal. If somebody as silly as me can work it out, the correct score there is Poland 2, Portugal 0. Unless I've missed something, which does happen. But that will be rectified at half-time, I've got no doubt. Portuguese just running this shot clock down, 20 seconds. When will they make the decision to attack? Surely they will. 15, 10. That is tight. That's the tightest I've seen, waiting for the 10-second mark before going for it. And that's the negative consequence. There's no second phase. It's then or never. They did get a shot away, but wow, that was close. Interesting. It was clearly the plan to wait for 10 seconds. That focus on the score sheet, on the scoreboard, I think we will find is going to be corrected. I'll keep an eye on that, because it is always possible that I've made a mistake. Referees with the table, and we will just name check these two teams who have given us a superb half of canoe polo. I think we go first to the Portuguese men, and they are number 2, Abreu, number 4, the captain, Biento, number 6, Duarte, number 7, Rolin, number 8, Mestre, number 9, Ramos, and number 10, Ribeiro. They have done a phenomenal job. They've got back into this game. They've played well here, but just finding themselves outgunned by the Poles. And as we expected, the scoreboard on the far side has been corrected to Poland lead by 2-0 over Portugal. We will swing to name check our Polish friends in just a moment, but they are in the red buoyancy aids and black helmets, white boats. Typical of Poland, reflecting their national flag, but Poland are number 1, Boulara, number 2, Boulara. So Jan Boulara, number 2, and Julius Boulara, number 1, and Migdalski, number 3, number 4, Roszak, number 6, Donat, number 7, Timar, number 8, Baranski, number 9, Pilast, number 10, Jakuskiewicz. And all ready for the second half. As I say, this game going pretty much to form. The Poles stamping their authority or making their claim to the top two in the group. They're currently second before the start of this game. Win here will cement that position. Can't see the results on the other games from our commentary position, so we can't update you on that, but you can see all the results and tables online. But Poland should cement their position in the top two, and Portugal, who were before this game lying fourth, will almost certainly find that they're still in that position after having played this game. These senior groups playing out, I think, finishing tomorrow. We have got many more games today. And referee Mitchell calls everyone to order. Scores have been corrected. The teams have had a drink. The coaches have had their chance to make their influence on the game. And we're all good to go. And we're away. Phenomenal Boulera, the speed he leaves that line. Was watching him and him only, and his acceleration phenomenal. Ramos's top speed probably equal to it, but it's the first couple of strokes. Really, Boulera, where he gets that power from, unbelievable. If you do get a chance to see that specifically, well worth it. I think Boulera, Jan Boulera waving the ball around there, just enjoying himself a tiny bit too much before he passes it wide to his brother. And Poland in the lead and looking very, very confident and dangerous here. Definitely chasing a place in a semi-final, and my money is on a definite chase for the podium. Gets tough when you get to a semi-final at a World Championship, and so it should, but they look well prepared, the Poles. The semi-finals and finals of the senior men's category on Sunday. I'm sure you're aware of that. If you've subscribed, you can watch them with us. And whether you're a Portuguese or a Polish fan, I hope you're enjoying this game, and I'm pretty sure it'll be worth coming back to see those semi-finals and finals, whatever your personal team is. We will be here and we will make you welcome. We will bring you every game on every pitch at this World Championships, thanks to our Chinese hosts. Portugal, they've got to find something. This is all very pretty, but it needs to get down and dirty, I think. Going to have to do something, those inside passes that they're so good at. That's what's got to come to their rescue, surely. Speed bumps over, makes the little pass, doesn't arrive. That is what they have to try for, but they have to make it work. Every mistake Portugal make now, the Poles will look to punish. Migdalski for Poland just stops, effectively just pauses the whole, stands time still so his team can get up the pitch. Everyone gets a bit of a breather, and now bang, here we go. Great stuff, great attack, great defence. These two teams so closely matched, it's almost impossible to believe there's a 2-goal lead for Poland. That ball pumps forward from Mestre. It's accurate, but the shot isn't. That's a shame. Mestre's pass fantastic, lands in the hands of Abeo, and he can't finish it. I've said it before, we say it so many times, on the training ground these players at this level would just finish that every single time. They would pop that in from the angle at that distance without even drawing breath. And there, under the pressure of a World Championship sky, just can't quite make it stick. Poland wave after white boats. That's nicely done. Very fast ball, but delivered in. Surely didn't think he could really score there. That's coming as a goal line throw from the refs. The Portuguese are sure it is. The Poles are sure it should have been a corner. Well, that's what the men on the side are there for to decide. Goal line throw it is. Good to see no fuss or argument. Unusual for the teams to disagree, to be honest. I mean, I know they have their optimistic viewpoints, but usually the players on the pitch do know whether it's a corner or a goal throw. Oh, that was deflected and onto the bar. That could have so easily gone the other way. Millimetres separating Portugal from their first goal of this game. Fantastic shot, but all for nothing. That'll just be gone in the ebb and flow of the game now. Whereas if it had just tripped up another, what, 10 centimetres, that would have been 10 millimetres, that would have been in off the bottom bar. Such are these fine margins. And here we come. Polish attack at pace, moving the ball. No chance for Portugal to know which side they're planning on attacking from. So it can just move so past, but they've won the ball here and they're coming away with Mestre. He manages to get the ball across to Abreu. Can they get something on here? Missed the last one of these. Didn't miss this one. Abreu, that was further and more difficult than the previous one that he missed, but he's done it. So now Poland 2, Portugal 1. Game on for us, 5 minutes remaining. Fantastic work. Really nice from the Portuguese. They've deserved that. I don't think the 2-0 scoreline represented what they put into this game, but now the Poles will try and make them pay. Here it comes, it's very tight. That save needed making. That whole line was being driven back at Portugal. That's a great effort, personally almost from Biento. Very, very tight. How the referees can see what's going on in that line when you get like 6 or 7 players just fighting for position going forwards. Very, very difficult. But referee Thomas has clearly seen someone paddle on a boat there. He just gave a little indicator. That's what he's seen and that's what he's called. And Portugal taking it from where the ball was, perfectly entitled to do that. Where the ball was or the foul, whichever most advantages you. And that most advantages Portugal. Almost casual rolling. Had a little bit of, oh, the nods, that's it, that's confidence. Mestre nods at him. Rolin back at him. We're in this. 2-2. 4 goals. 2 for Poland first. Then 2 in reply from Portugal. And suddenly, with 4 minutes to go, this game's in doubt. Well, well, well. If you're Portuguese, congratulations. If you're Polish, commiserations on that comeback. But this, for the independent here, this is phenomenal. Poland owned the first half of this game, but Portugal have come out for the second half with real intent. Can they bring this all the way? The momentum is with them. The Poles must just be beginning to doubt. They thought they had this one at half-time. Now they're pushing in, they're pushing in, they're pushing in. The confidence is helping in the defence as well for Portugal. They block that out. Poland throwing up big shots. Big air on that out to Baranski. And back. Poland with 2 players inside, 2 big men, but Palast got to just watch this now. Where is he looking to place that? Inside, and he does manage to put it down to Palast. He's a finisher. Underarm shot, quite phenomenal. Off the top of the bottom bar, but off the top of the bar and out. That is some underarm shot. So now possession again to Portugal. The last 2 serious possessions they've scored from. Surely Poland will get someone in goal. They have straight away. They're not falling for that trick again. Here we go. Portugal, 2.5 minutes to craft the comeback of the afternoon, if not the day. 2 down to an epically strong Polish team. And yet here they are, 2-2. That's a fantastic pass. And that, but doesn't land it. The secondary pass, if it had got there, would have been lethal, but instead is this break going to be lethal? Bulara. Oh, that's got to sting the Portuguese. It's a great break from him. He's shown us his speed before. And he's shown it when it really counts there. Fantastic effort from him. It looked like he might be getting caught, and he just had another gear when he needed it. Poland lead by 3-2. Superb effort. That's some mental strength as well. Portugal coming back into the game, tying it at 2. They got caught up with open goals. They certainly weren't going to fall for that again, and when it dropped them, they were just gone. But it was just that little extra kick at the end there. Just pulled Bulara away. Portugal not done yet. Minute and 40, we wouldn't want them to be either. Great second half. And that's down and out for a corner. Oh, I don't like to see that. That's celebrating in the face of your opponent from the Polish goalkeeper, number 8, Baranski. I can see why he feels that way. It's a big save, but there's no need to behave like that. But here we go, the last minute, all to play for. How the Portuguese got back in this, I can't understand, but they've just fought. How on earth did he get that pass through that traffic? That is phenomenal. It lands with Mestre, quite capable of scoring from there. He's proved it already in this game, but he just couldn't get that one in. The referee stopped the clock on a minute. Extra ball on the pitch. I don't think the Portuguese are done yet. They have to keep making these chances. Those inside passes that they've made have been superb. Absolute highlight of the day for me, some of those passes, but they needed one of them to count now. It won't be worth anything, a bit of fancy play, if they don't get back into this game. They're just one down. Too deep, 30 seconds. Shot clock and game clock are the same. It's all Portugal to the end. The drive comes from Biento, swings it across the other side. Oh, that's an early shot. That was rolling. Is that going to work? Poles draw a foul and they won't mind that. 16 seconds. They've got to know they don't need another goal. And that's a penalty. Yeah, I think that was probably fair. Timar had the long ball forwards. The Polish players on the break. And to be honest, with a 3-2 lead, the outcome of this penalty not the most crucial thing, really. But that does just take the heat out of the game. Just stopping the breaking ball going. There's a sending off. It's going to be, obviously, whether Poland score or not. If they don't score, they're playing against 4 Portuguese players. Effectively, that ends the game. But we will just have this last 12 seconds of excitement. But just to summarise, Poland dominated the first half, 2-0 lead at half-time. But the second half, the Portuguese came out, clawed their way back into it. But that will be the final nail in the Portuguese coffin for that game. Poland will run out. Well, got still a tiny fraction of time on the clock, but Poland lead by 4-2. Clock is counting down, and I'm not really sure what the Portuguese can do or hope for there, to be honest. Poland have won that. They're celebrating as well, they might. That cements pretty much, it's not over yet, but it cements their place in the top 2 in this group, which is enough to put them through to a semi. They do have to finish the job, but that's a big, big step towards it. They'll be very pleased about that, and why wouldn't they be? The next game on this pitch will be the men's Group P game between Italy and the Swiss. And that will be brought to you by my friend Jorn. It's due to start in 2 minutes'